end of the year, but we also have a sponsor on board today, which we're very grateful for. Most of the events that we ran in the past basically was all based on volunteers, and we did not make any money out of it. So please welcome on stage Karen Cohen from Women in Blockchain, representing Elderand Foundation as well. Our sponsor of the night, the food and the free drink that you got, it's all from Karen, and please give her a little bit of applause. Thank you so much, Karen. Will you get the people informed what's the format of the night? Awesome, thank you.
Oh wow, we're here. Wow. So I've taken to doing the top 10 things for my speeches this year. So I've stuck with that formula. Before I begin, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet and pay respects to their elders past and present, to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today and around the world. I would also just like to thank David, because he was having a party and I just jumped online and thought, oh, well, he's doing all the hard work. So thank you, David, in Silicon Beach. Yeah. So next slide, possible. Oh, we got a clicker even.
We do have a clicker and we just pulled out the cable.
Yeah, well, cool. Welcome to 2021, yeah? 2021. So while they're doing all that, I'll just tell you a bit about me. So my name's Karen Cohen, for those of you who haven't met me. I'm also known as Block Mum around the world. I'm here in Australia because I look after the blockchain community. Thank you. And I am here with a few hats on. So first of all, I want to acknowledge Women in Blockchain and Rosa. Where is my lovely colleague? She is, Rosa. So Rosa started Women in Blockchain in Melbourne and had over the baton when she moved to Sydney, and I'm handing it back because I'm moving to Queensland. So yeah, and Kaya, our co-host as well, she's in Sydney now, so it seems one of us is always interstate. My day job, people ask me what I do, my day job is actually HR and recruitment in the emerging tech space, so my company's Emerging Tech Talent. And I just finished my role with Blockchain Australia as the Deputy Chair after 3 long, beautiful years, so I'm handing that baton over. And I run Women in Emerging Tech as well, because I think we need to talk about more than just blockchain. And been in the industry since 2017, so those are like dog years for me, so everyone else in the blockchain industry. And my newest role is with the Elderand Foundation as the Elderand Champion. So my workmate Jack, where are you? Jack? Yay! So he's bought a few t-shirts and hats from Elderand. We'll talk a bit about that too today. So why do we do this? Why do we bother with Women in Blockchain? When I joined in 2017, there was only 5% of the Bitcoin buyers were women. Now we're up to a whopping 15%. Yeah, so we're still underrepresented, and so we want to really bring the language and the accessibility to more people. And about 60% of Bitcoin buyers are still aged between about 20 and 40, which means really is a young guy's game. So we really want to improve the accessibility, not just to women, but also to all different diversity groups, and to be bringing that conversation. No question is too stupid, right? We want to really make it, dumbify it, make it easy. If you need help with a wallet, if you need help how to start, Rosa and I are here. We've been in the industry for a while. She's been here longer than me. We really just want to help women get financial independence, and that's why we're here. So, in my top highlights, there's a little bit more than 10, but I've shoved it into 10. Imposter syndrome is real, guys. So one of the events that I worked with Silicon Beach was how to get a job in emerging tech, and we were surprised. There were a few women on the panel, and then there was developer Steve, and he even said, I have imposter syndrome. I'm like, but you're a dude and you're a developer and you're a geek, how can you have imposter syndrome. And by the end of the event, that's what everyone was, ringing us. We opened our Zoom rooms, people would call. So, it's real, and you all deserve to be here. You all deserve to be at the front of the room. Don't doubt yourselves. No one is going to tell you you're not smart enough to be here talking about startups, talking about tech. So please back yourselves. So low light for me was obviously vaccine passports, taking the politics away. Really, this was an opportunity for the government to grab some fantastic emerging tech and did not. So so we are now really looking at the big gov. And today I went for coffee. This poor old lady came in and she said, "Here's my piece of paper, I've been vaccinated, I can't get the Gov app to work." And I'm like, yeah, my 14-year-old son now needs a MyGov app. So this was an opportunity to really use distributed technology, and we failed. And it's very disappointing. On the other hand, a highlight is just, while in 2020, while the rest of us were sort of grappling with what am I doing in my lounge room with my UGG boots and my tracksuit pants, a huge amount of work was done in this industry. We've seen DeFi fly, we've seen crypto fly, we've seen blockchain applications. You guys have been building in your cupboards, in your homes, behind the scenes, and it's just been a massive explosion in 2021, and it's just been so much fun to be part of this industry, and people just ring me every day and go, "I've got an idea and it needs to go on the blockchain," so it's just great. Can I have a show of hands? Small hands for know nothing, big hands for know something about crypto and blockchain, so I sort of know. Big hands, any small hands? Okay, great. Very reasonably well educated audience. I'll try and keep it simple. So these were some of the fun things that I saw this year. Gaming. Who's into gaming here? Yeah, lots of gamers. So seeing that combination of gaming, crypto, DeFi, wow, what a fun explosion that's been. This coin at the last Selenium, the last check was at $1,000 US a coin. So they're trading real coins in gaming, which is just mind-blowing. Day by day, where's Renee? There she is, insurance on the blockchain. We've been having so much fun with that. She'll pitch a bit later. Algorand, I'll talk a bit about that. I've been really enjoying my journey with that. IBM Digital Health Pass, so that was one that you could actually get your vaccination pass onto your boarding pass using the blockchain, which is really exciting, and that's what we should all be using. Tokens for Humanity, they are using crypto for food, and it's nice to see that. And where's Michael, my pet fi? That was really fun. He's going to pitch later.
Okay. All right.
Pets, DeFi, and crypto, and NFTs all in one. Awesome fun. Seeing the community online has just been so sad and so hard, so it's so nice to finally have an event with you guys. I don't know about you, but I didn't know what shoes to wear. I'm not waxed and manicured. I actually put my mascara on before my foundation. It was a whole disaster. And seeing how distributed autonomous organisations have been taken seriously. John, my fellow from Blockchain Australia, we've been lobbying the government to really start to look at this industry and take it seriously. And with Blockchain Australia, working with Senator Bragg, we've seen a hell of a lot of movement forward with the government looking at that. So that's made me really proud. Okay. So there's $100 worth of algos here for someone who knows what the blockchain trilemma is. Anyone?
Security,
Yep.
state, and scalability.
Yeah, pretty close. You can have one. Anyone else? Pretty close.
Consumption?
Yeah, well, that's green tech, green crypto. So one of the fun things about working with Algorand is they're really trying to solve this trilemma. So it's looking at how we can be decentralized, looking at how we can scale, and looking at security. And obviously green crypto is really big at the moment, looking at how we can not be using a lot of electricity consumption. So that's been a really fun journey for me. NFTs. This piece of art is called Block Dog. Yeah, it's mine. I minted it on Gem. If anyone would like to learn how to mint an NFT, come and see me. This cost about 0.1 of an algo, which is about 50 cents or something. So that was a really like fun journey. Anyone got NFTs? Yeah. So yeah, that's been a good year for that, and learning how to buy them, how to sell them, and how to mint them. The Great Resignation. Woo! So this has been the last couple of months. I've really jumped into. I don't know if it's a highlight or a low light. Jumped into recruitment because people needed lots of staff. So if you need a job or you need someone, come and see me. That's what I do. Can't say I love that part of it. But yeah, it's been a really big surprise for employers that you can't force people back into the office. You can't, so the power is with the employees. This was a bit of fun. So this guy, he approached me on LinkedIn, said I've got a blockchain background. Can you help me write my CV? It was the most god-awful CV I've ever seen, like seriously, and the language barrier back and forth. But he got a great job, and he moved out of India and into Dubai. And he wrote me a couple of weeks ago. He said, "I've got my own corner office." And I was like, "Oh my god, this is why we do what we do." And so I put this one up, and it went viral on LinkedIn. So I was like, "Oh, we help people all the time. People really love this story." And then for me personally, this is the highlight of my year. I'm really excited to launch the Algo Hub, which will be a virtual developers hub with Algorand. One of the things that Algorand does really well is they fund startups to build on the Algorand blockchain. So if you need some funding, come and see me or Jack and we can help you through that. But one of the things they don't have enough of is developers. So if you want to be a developer, come and see me. And we're building this hub to support more developers into the community. And that's it from me. We are going to hand over to pictures tonight, and some of you have been given prizes. If you like the pictures, give them a prize. If you don't like it, keep the prize. All right, have a lovely evening, and thank you very much to our host, Dave.
Thank you so much, Karen. So a little bit to the format today. Some of you might be with Silicon Beach longer than I am. John Webster, I'm looking at you. So there was something before we started to have those monthly pitch nights, which was called Silicon Beach Drinks, open mic nights. And we're going back to basic today, so we do not have registered pitchers. Anyone here in the room who wants to share anything about their journey, how the year was, what they were going to work on next year, blockchain or non-blockchain, everyone is welcome to get on stage and take the mic and just talk for 90 seconds, 2 minutes to the people, and yeah, ask for support that is going to get you over that next hurdle on your journey. And we have a first raised hand there.
Hey, Roy.
Thank you for the applause. Oh, what's your name?
Roy Power.
Roy Power. What are you going to tell us about?
Well, I've been in the building trade most of my working life, and I've come to build a business of innovations. And the one that I wanted to talk briefly tonight about was called the Scaff Grip, which is a new type of scaffolding bracket.
Awesome. Next 90 seconds are yours.
Okay, well, as I said, I'm involved in the building trade, and as a result of that, I've come up with a number of different innovations. The one I wanted to speak briefly tonight about is the scaffolding bracket, and it's a type of bracket that can be used throughout Australia. And one of the benefits of it is that it's quicker to use, and you don't need any dynabolts to fix it to the wall. So there's a cost saving involved in scaffolders using it, and there's a time saving involved in putting it off and also pulling it down off the wall. So it's of interest to anyone in the scaffolding industry. And of course, it's unique as far as I know in the world, so there is a world market for it as well. So I'm happy to talk to you after the session about it if you're interested.
What is it that you need? What gets you over the hump?
Well, I'll need funding for it. It needs to be given engineering approval. So that's the step one, which is about $10,000. And then it would need some other money put into it to get some units made in China. And then it's a distribution process.
Awesome. Thank you. So that was not very blockchainy, and it was still very awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Still tiny blocks of construction.
Sorry, Gotham, what was that?
Tiny blocks in construction.
Tiny blocks in construction. Gotham, do you have something to share with us? Or anyone else? There's a raised hand.
Let's do it.
Stuart? Please give applause, Stuart. Hello. You're Barry? Wayne Murray. Welcome, Wayne Murray. What are you going to tell us about?
I'll tell you about Great Communities, which is a charity, and we're linking up with a company called Flippers, which has developed a patch which goes on your arm, which can measure blood pressure, blood glucose and ketones, and
Don't shoot all your bullets at a time. Wait, the next 90 seconds are yours. I'm just going to get the blue screen rid of you. It's all yours.
right. So yes, I'm from Great Communities, amongst many other things that I'm involved in. And Great Communities has linked up with a company called Flippers that have developed a patch that is on your arm that measures all these various things, and we are focused on the ability to measure blood pressure and blood glucose and ketones. And in particular, the Aboriginal community in the Northern Territory significantly suffers from cardiovascular disease and diabetes. And so we have linked up with them to run a trial that is half funded by the federal government through the CRCP program. And we're looking for $50,000 to help support our side to fund. What we're looking to do is to take what they do from the patch, they put on a phone, but after that, they haven't got the solution. So what we're looking to do is to build a centralised data store that collects this data and then can run AI over it and develop solutions like alerts for when there's issues. And so what we're looking to do is provide a scoping for solutions to bring this out beyond just the patch and data sitting on your phone. We're looking to make it more generalised. So if you're interested in that, come talk to me.
Thank you so much. Awesome stuff. Good stuff. So anyone is welcome. Any idea from construction to medtech, it does not have to be blockchain. You're most welcome. And we have another raised hand over there. Awesome. Thank you so much. A little bit of applause, please. Hello, Jeff. Welcome on stage. What are you going to tell us about?
I'm going to tell you about the laughing otter.
The laughing otter.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm actually going to do this in interpretive dance. Finally, somebody laughs at jokes. I've tried that for 20 years, and it's the first time anybody's ever laughed. All right, so about a year ago, I started a website and online community called The Laughing Otter. And the purpose of The Laughing Otter was to promote positivity, positive content, good news to combat the negative bombardment of shit that we've been eating for the last 8 years. And then you layer COVID over top. It hasn't been fun for any of us. About 3 weeks ago, I got introduced to this idea of a DAO. And once I got introduced to it, I had to drive down to Portland, and I spent 9 hours listening to podcasts, webinars, YouTubes, everything, and I was shaking in the car because I realized that a DAO is exactly what I've been looking for to realize a 15-year dream of mine, which is to hold a festival, and my goal is to surpass Live Aid. I know it's a lofty goal, but I want to surpass Live Aid in giving money back to children in need and giving every child in this world a fair start in life. And I think through a DAO and the community that a DAO creates is exactly what is needed, especially in this climate where the world is just starved right now for something to get behind and to be positive about, and that unites us instead of polarizes us like all the shit that we've been eating for the last 8 years. What I don't have, I have the connections in the music industry, I have the business experience, I've built large teams, I've managed large teams. I'm not technical. I understand the strategy behind a DAO. I love the concept, I love everything about it, but I don't know how to take that strategy and the concept of a DAO and put it into real world terms, which I think about 99% of the people in this room would know how to do. And I'm looking for people to talk to me and explain to me and potentially partner with on getting this DAO off the ground. Thank you. Thank you.
Do we have some tech people around here that probably can build it on the blockchain? Thank you so much. There is some. Who are you pointing to? Renee is up next.
I thought it was like an ordered structure. No?
No, we're not that advanced. Welcome, Renee. How are you? How are you going?
I'm good, thanks. My name's Renee. I'm a product marketer and brand and comms and everything as you do in startup land for a company called Day by Day, which is an insurtech platform. And by platform, I have to call it a platform because it's really three things. It's an app, which is currently available on iTunes and Apple Store iTunes and Google Store at the moment. It's a business management platform, so as a business you can get your users to download the app, and it will be also a DAO. So how this works is you can go and register your insured assets by taking a photo on this app and have your value and the metadata that you need in order to claim insurance if you need it. And that will eventually feed into the DAO where you can get peer-to-peer insurance. We've been offered a Algorand grant, thank you very much Algorand, and are starting the development, well we actually started it yesterday. So what we actually need is, because our Web 2 solution is there, no one really knows about us. We need help promoting. They only hired me in January and I had to wrap my head all around the blockchain stuff. So any promotional opportunities, any partnership opportunities would be really fantastic, journalists especially. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn, I'm Renee Chung, or you can find Day by Day online, LinkedIn, everywhere.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, we had a conversation with KJ and I had a conversation about what the hell are those people talking about. Could someone please explain to us what a DAO is? Karen? Anyone else?
Where's Fadi?
Fadi?
Governance structure.
Governance structure.
Michael can.
Not enough. Not enough.
Karen.
Alright, so in its basic structure, a DAO is a distributed autonomous organisation, which means that the community votes. So for the example, with if you've got a certain amount of tokens, you might have a certain amount of votes, or it might be a flat structure where everybody is equal and they can vote. So you can decide as a DAO what the community can vote on. So you might decide that everyone can vote on the $100,000 increase for everybody. That's a good DAO. Or you can control what you're actually going to do. So it's really giving the power back to the people.
Thank you. Learned something new tonight, so it was definitely a good day already. I saw some raised hands over there. Vanessa, was it you? Did I get your name right? Welcome, give applause. Thank you. Welcome on stage, Vanessa.
Yeah, I can feel the imposter syndrome coming up.
Don't have to.
Yay!
What are you going to tell us?
Two things. So I will tell you a bit about where I work. I am the HR manager, and I do a bit of recruitment as well at Caleb & Brown. We are a crypto brokerage, so we work with high net worth individuals and retail investors as well to keep everybody informed within the crypto space and kind of allow a secure, safe environment. Started about 5 years ago and have quickly grown. 5 years is not quick in crypto world, but have grown through referral partners. Essentially no marketing as the crypto, basically as the world of crypto is, everything's built on the foundation of trust. And that's kind of how we've gotten to nearly about 20,000 clients today. So we are growing our teams, we're hiring in every department, in our brokerage, our sales, marketing, product, and definitely our tech team as well. So if you guys are interested in learning a bit more, please do reach out. Secondly, wanted to talk about my own personal journey in the crypto space, NFT world as well. So I've been in this space 2017, 2018. Tried to wrap my head around the value of crypto and owning a deflationary asset, so on and so forth. And trying to explain this to people sometimes is kind of like making a fire with sticks and stones and just trying to move forward that way with explaining it. But I've noticed something in the NFT space and the gaming space, which is changing economies, and I've been blessed to be a part of, which is the Axie Infinity community. Does anybody own any Axies here? Yeah, awesome. So yeah, got into that space a couple years back, but never really owned that many Axies, and then kind of saw the opportunity to actually support people in a different part of the world, but just realized how much it's actually changed their economies. So last time I checked, please don't quote me on this, it was a few months ago I checked, it makes up about 2% of the GDP in the Philippines, which is quite massive. The first time I actually reached out to what some people consider a scholar. Basically, you rent out these, what essentially are neopets, cryptocurrency neopets. You own 3 of them, they play a game, but you basically rent these out to people, and they get to use them and make a token and be able to pay school or medical bills, provide for their families. The first time I sought out to sponsor a scholar, I asked him if he wanted to be a streamer, and he said, "I'm sorry, I can't do that for you, I'm quite poor." And I didn't actually, because he was a gamer, I was like, okay, well, let's see what you know, like, what are you studying, like, what you want to do? And he was like, well, I want to study development, but first I need to support my family, I need to build a house. And he showed me a picture of his house, which he lived in with 5 family members, which was no bigger than this room, made out of straw. And 6 months later, he's went out, got himself a laptop. He's actually studying software development, and has actually built himself 3 additional rooms for himself and his family. So that kind of evolved quite quickly. Now I'm sponsoring about 50 people or so, and it's been probably the most. I don't know how to put this, but a really, really valuable experience to kind of just be part of.
How can we help?
Sorry?
How can we help?
Not entirely sure yet, but
space.
yeah.
Start off with some labourers. There's some strapping young men here.
Got a few friends involved in the space, and everybody's kind of pitching in, helping in, but just wanted to share that with you all. Definitely recommend if you are kind of trying to figure out how to make the space a lot more meaningful as well, and you have some spare time, get yourself some Axes and learn a little bit more about the NFT gaming space, because it's not going anywhere. Axes is kind of just painted the space for what that kind of looks like going forward, and how that's changing lives. But yeah.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. Ooh, 2 prizes.
Yay!
Well deserved. More applause for Vanessa, please. And we have 3, 4, 5 hands, 6. Oh my God. So we're starting back there. As well, second, we have Joe, I think, coming to the front. Joe, are you on your way?
I am on the way.
She is on her way. Joe, please give her an applause to Joe. And if you have missed out, Joe is a seasoned Silicon Beacher. She pitched 2 months ago. And over to you.
Well, good evening, everyone. There is a lot more of you from this angle than there was at the back, so nice and nerve-wracking. I just want to have a show of hands. Who here has bought a property before? Okay. Who here has sold a property? And who's rented? Brilliant, nice and filled out. So the point I'm trying to make is my name's Joe Agresta, and I am the founder and CEO of Abodi. And our mission at Abodi is, I'm the sole founder CEO, and we're trying to solve the problem in Australia of the fact that we're a little bit outdated in how we do real estate. Everything is a bit old-fashioned. You go to the agent, you get their email address, you ask them a question, and you don't hear from them for about 4 months until you buy another property. And then when they come back to you, they're like, hey, we've got another property. It's like, yeah, thanks, I bought a house. Thank you so much for that email. Awesome. So what we want to do here is we want to have one platform where we can educate people on the actual process on how do you buy a house, how do you rent a house, how do you sell, and have a digital solution where you can log onto the platform and actually do the whole process digitally. Imagine trying to find your property if you were living overseas or interstate, and you find the house you want. You send in an application, you sign your contracts online, you give the details to your conveyancer or your broker, and what they do is have a safe login so they can jump onto the website and actually access all your data with your permission, so they can make the process really quick and easy for you, so you can speed through the whole thing and have a really tailored start to finish end. But the journey doesn't end there. As we all know, when you buy a house, what's the first thing you do after you sell or after you buy a house? With the real estate apps, what do? Anyone? Yeah, you relocate, you delete it, and you never look back until you buy another property or you rent another house. You don't really look back. What we want to focus on is longevity on the app, and how we can help you move through the buying a house and how to own a house. How do you own property? What do you need to maintain it? Do you need tradespeople? Do you need anyone to assist you? So my ask for today is we're actually launching our podcast in December, which is called the No BS Real Estate Podcast. And we're teaching people for season 1 how to buy your own home. So come and chat to me if you're someone who has a story and you're like, I dealt with a really shit agent, I'd love to have a chat to you. I want to hear your experience, because from all the experiences and the research I'm doing, I'm hearing some terrible stories, some good news stories. So come and have a talk to me, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Joe. And can you help me as well? I'm on the other side of the business at the moment. I'm looking for a new property to rent, and my experience is quite bad. I would like to have streamlined technology that's my suburb. Show me all the inspections that I can do within the next 2 hours and get them all scheduled for me already. So that would be awesome. Anyone else, does not have to be Joe, anyone else who wants to solve that problem for me, please talk to me later. We have the next speaker here. Please come on stage, and your name is? Danny. Danny, welcome. Applause for Danny. I'll keep it short and hand the mic straight over to you.
Thanks very much. Hi everybody, it's so nice to be in a group again. Anyway, so, a bit out of practice in public speaking, so there's the occasion. I'm involved in a project called Global Skies. And Global Skies is a world first project, or will be a world first project, based on the blockchain that we created as well, or attaching to it, where basically astronomers and astro observers around the world can link into our network, and people who actually don't have the telescopes, just people who want to be able to be part of the community, who actually see something. So instead of spending potentially tens of thousands of dollars on getting one of these badass telescopes in your backyard, we'd be creating mobile vans which will have these telescopes. And these telescopes would also be connected into on-screen TVs within the cabin. So if you can imagine doing astro tours in the middle of the outback with one of our systems, where you hop into our car, you're part of a tourism group, and then there's a number of screens in the car where you're then virtually connected to like a Zoom group of people who are participating in your tour, looking at the stars, looking at the galaxy, and we can see a lot of application for that. And so the whole thing networks, and if anyone sees something interesting or spectacular, it's all recorded. It can actually be part of an NFT, the actual occurrence itself. We're partnering with universities, with astrophysicists, and just see how it all goes.
What are you looking for? Sorry? What are you looking for? How can we help you? Sorry. Can he NFT his own star?
Maybe. That obviously has to be fitted out in a certain way and have certain capacity and so on. So what am I looking for? I don't know. Anyone is interested, just talk to me.
Thank you, Danny. And we have about another 17 people in the back. Yes, the good-looking bloke on the right and the awesome-looking girl on the left comes next up there. And
Your respect.
And another. Is everyone good if we go a little bit over time?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Trying to stick to 90 seconds so we can go.
What's your name, friend?
Zach.
Zach. Please applause for Zach. And Zach, and it's all yours.
And a couple of 5 wheels really helps. Get to have a chat. I'm Zach from a company called MirrorMe, and what we do, we offer a virtual try-on service. So the biggest pain when you go online shopping is looking at the clothes and you're using your imagination to see how they look and fit. What we do is we turn 2D images into a 3D model and then create a 3D model of yourself from one Photoshop, 3 measurements, and then you've got to avatar yourself, and then we put the 2 together and you can actually see what the clothing looks like on. We do the physics, the texture, the movement. We even have a little bit of wind blowing through, so if you're wearing a dress, you can actually see what it looks like as well. So we've just developed this, launched about 2 months ago. Into the blockchain thing, I was probably sitting on a little gold mine I didn't think I had, but because we own the 3D asset, what we actually now own as well is the NFT. But more importantly though, I think what we also have is we get the ownership of your personal avatar of yourself, okay, as an NFT as well. We've got about 97% accuracy at the moment there, so over the last few months we've been hit up by some startup accelerator companies in Milan, in Switzerland, sorry. You have to speak like that when you talk over there, right? It's just one of those things. But we've done pretty well in the last 6 months anyway. We started, the company registered in June, so all I'm here is to spruik the business. I don't really want anything except more beers. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Safi, are you in the room already? I think you should talk to Zach. Hey Brian, good to see you there in the back. Welcome to the show. And we have our next speaker. I did not forget you, you will be next then. Please Who are you? Cindy. Big applause for Cindy, please. And so go, Cindy.
Thank you. So this is my first time here. My name is Cindy. I currently work in the institutional division of ANZ Bank, but specialising in innovation. So I work in really interesting topics to do with blockchain, DeFi, crypto assets, and some things that just sound like it came out of a science fiction movie. I'm a big sci-fi fan, by the way. So I wanted to I don't have a fully fledged idea like most people who have spoken. I'm coming up here because I've studied and read all this stuff about blockchain and all its use cases, but as a typical millennial, I'm very, very passionate about social issues and social impact, as well as public policy making. I wanted to talk to people who were passionate in these areas, people who wanted to help enhance the public policy making process with blockchain ideas, blockchain applications. One of the things I found really interesting in my readings is prediction markets, where people stake money on a decision, stake money to bet on the outcome of a decision. But it could be anything, who will win the next election, to when will Lady Gaga release her next album. And I think this is so innovative and such a new way to crowdsource opinions. I was thinking, how do we apply that to public policy? How do we apply that to get more people involved in politics? So that's me. I'm very passionate about a lot of things. I've worked in financial crime, I've worked in intelligence, I've worked for government, and I'm here to want to meet new people and get to know all of you guys, especially anyone who's interested in the same things as me. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you very much for that. And good stuff. We have a lot of interesting people here. We have some more people from there want to speak. We have one waiting over there as well. And oh my God, this will be a long night. We have some more drinks. If you run out of food, let us know. We organize some more. But you're next. What is your name? Chris. Applause for Chris. First, welcome on stage. And the next 90 seconds are yours.
Thanks, mate. Yo, yo! Hi, everyone. My name's Chris. I had zero intention of coming up here, but then I saw the highlight number 1, which mentioned no imposter syndrome. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get up here. I'm not going to talk about blockchain, and I'm not asking for money, but I am asking for your help with suggestions and ideas. And I'm going to share a story. So my story is I grew up in Melbourne, spent the first 20 odd years of my life here, but then spent the last 15 years in China. So, okay, cool, thanks man.
The right place.
What's that?
The right place.
The right place, cool. Back in the right place. So I recently left my job. Don't have a job now, and not looking for a new job because I'm looking to create something. The something actually relates to connecting Australia and China. So who's turned on the news recently and heard something about China mentioned?
30 seconds. You're going to turn on the news, Chris.
Okay. And who's actually turned on the news, seen something about China that's positive? Not much, right? So actually the initiative I'm working on relates to finding cool emerging brands in China and then connecting them with micro-influencers in Australia. So my role in this initiative, so I've got a business partner who's finding all of these cool brands. My role is to connect them with micro-influencers. The only problem is I don't know anything about micro-influencers. I only opened an Instagram account a few weeks ago. So my ask is, if anyone knows anything about influencers and how to find them, let me buy you a drink. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. No time left? Come on. It's a follow-on. Are you an influencer? You have a product. What's your name? Chris. Chris, please give another Chris. Please give an applause to another Chris. Welcome on stage, Chris.
Hi all. My name's Chris. I am the founder and CEO of banter1.com. Banter1.com is a live chat enabling you to connect to your customers visiting your website. So you can just respond to them on your app, whether it be Android, or right now we're going through the process of launching on the iOS store as well. So please check it out. I'm quite proud about our product. I know that there's other solutions out there, but we really think that it's accessible right now. It's actually free in beta for any business. So if you're a business owner, you have no excuse, because we're actually going to pay for you to actually message your customers, and that includes like free SMSs to your phone and whatnot. But one thing that I will say is that this is actually a blockchain event, and I'm tuned into the latest technologies. I really think the new suite of chat apps are going to be dApps. They're not going to be apps at all. And so I've just recently purchased the name dApp Chat, and I think this is going to be way more powerful than WeChat if we can essentially get an NFT avatar to be your login. So you connect via your wallet, and you'll just be able to send messages that are on a decentralized network straight from your phone to your friends. You won't need to go through China and their servers for your messages to be read by government or whatnot. It's going to be that your phone is connected to your phone is going to be connected to your phone, and what better place right now than Australia to do it. So if you support dApp Chat and the future rebrand, please get online to banter1.com. Just register an account. That's all I'm asking. It's free. We'll pay for you the message. We'll thank you profusely for your testing, and we can actually build and grow our company. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. And Chris and everyone else who is speaking tonight, pitching here. Silicon Beach will launch just a new website, and we invite all of you to feature your ideas, your startups on that website to create Australia's largest online startup community. So if you want to get more traction, we're happy to spread your word. Please visit our website on siliconbeach.org.au. Register your startup there and help us grow fast and grow big. Thank you for that. And we have two more speakers here. Alessio, you're second. Please. Sorry, forgot your name. Ilana. Thank you. Ilana, over to you. Applause for Ilana.
You'll have to excuse me, everyone, because I only realised that I would be doing this
did you want me to go?
this morning. So
did you want me to go up there tonight?
I hope that's okay.
If you've got enough time.
My name is Ilana. I'm the director of Alma Search, a recruitment and executive search firm. According to LinkedIn, blockchain is the most in-demand hard skill of 2020 and beyond. As of mid-July this year, the overall share of crypto and blockchain job postings on Indeed had grown 118% compared with September last year. These figures demonstrate what we at Alma Search call the block rush. Alma Search began as a specialist legal and compliance executive search business. We now see the opportunity to add real value to the crypto and blockchain community in finding top talent for startups and established businesses in this space. We want to be the Alma link between the right people and the right projects in blockchain in Australia and globally. Currently, as you all know, there's a dearth of talent and a skills shortage in this space. So we're committed to cultivating talent by identifying key transferable skills in existing finance and tech sectors and facilitating the transition of these professionals into the blockchain space, as well as bringing talent from overseas back to Australia. As relative newcomers in this exciting and emerging industry, we would really love to hear from the crypto and blockchain community as to how we can really best add value. So if anyone wants to have a chat with me today, I'd be delighted to really understand where the pain points are. So please reach out if you're interested in a career change or have strategic hiring expansion needs. We already have a couple of excellent clients in this space. And I really look forward to being a part of this thriving community of exceptional minds and passionate change makers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariana. Mangrove, when is our page with the job advertisements going online? So there will be a job portal on the New Silicon Beach website soon again as well. Talk to Mangrove about it. We had Alessio next, and 1, 2, 3, Gotham, and we have Michael as well waiting, so another 5 people to come up. Alessio!
Okay guys, completely improvised, I wasn't planning on doing this, but might as well. My name is Alessio, I work at Tech University, I have about 10 years of experience in developing digital solutions, and I also teach. I would like to talk about LinkedIn. Who's on LinkedIn? Okay, so LinkedIn is basically the magic blue pill of middle life, professional life, where we go at night and we write how beautiful the experience was, how great that we're going to meet this person, and all those mumbo jumbo. It's great for us. It's great for us. We're used to it. You know who's not used to it? University students who are just about to graduate. That's because a lot of them just drop out. They can't compete. They believe they can't. And what happens? They don't even apply for jobs. And they get left behind. You know who's even worse? Girls. You know how many girls actually get aroused on LinkedIn? Too many. Way too many. So what we're working on is to actually build our own version of LinkedIn, which is basically curated just for university students, and to basically try and connect university students and industries and recruiters to basically fill up the gaps that exist nowadays. There's a huge gap. I have so many emails coming from companies such as IBM, REA, Deloitte. They need people, they need graduates. People are just not even applying. And I know that, I work there. So this is what I'm working on. It's actually quite a big job. We really want to fill that gap. It's got micro-credentials as well, which are hosted on, of course, on blockchain. So there you go, I did say the magic word. But that's what I'm working on. So we're trying to solve this problem. It's a huge problem. If you guys don't know about it, please go and find out. And if you want to talk about it, numbers are everywhere.
Thank you. So obviously, connect with whoever you interested to talk to, exchange LinkedIn tags, make friends, and yeah, help each other to make the world a better place. Who else do we have? You're waiting for a while. Now, quick, Vincent. Applause for Vincent, please. All yours.
Like many people here, I wasn't planning on giving a speech, but you know, it is what it is. So I actually met the founder of the company I invested in through Silicon Beach. They are a digital mental health platform called Talked. I am a venture capital lawyer, and I spent the last 2 years working from home, and it was the worst. I felt my mental health deteriorating left, right, and centre. And once I came across Talked, I realized that this is a platform which people need to use, because if you have ever tried to find a therapist or a psychologist or a counsellor, you will have to Google counsellor near me. You'll find the therapist's individual website. You go, they'll send you their bank details, they'll send you a Zoom link, and it's a long process. And for people who are not in the right mental health space, it is often too much. So Talked, we are a one-stop shop. You find a therapist, you watch their video, you connect with them, and it's all done. You click the link that we send you, and you're immediately connected with your therapist. So that is Talked. And my ask is, if you guys have struggled through COVID, or you struggle now with reaching out and speaking to people in social situations, you have anxiety, you may be a little bit depressed because of COVID, feel free to check out Talked, talk.com.au, and find a therapist that suits you.
Thank you so much, Vincent. Yes, mental health became a big issue over the last 2 years, didn't it? By the way, if you have an offer that you would like to share with the Silicon Beach community, we do have a section for affiliate partners. So if you want to reach out to the Silicon Beach community, please talk to me and we get you onto the website and feature your product there. Like we did with Gotham's Founders Book. Gotham, want to talk next?
Yeah.
Applause for Gotham.
Already loud enough. Yeah. So talking big tech is easy, but starting something small is really difficult. That's where we come into picture. So I'm Dr. Bandaru, I'm the maker of Founders Book. Founders Book is knowledge as a service and what we believe is the world's largest collection of tools and resources for first-time founders and early-stage startups. We are a library from everything. Like, you want to start a business, you want to register your company, you want to do it ASIC, that's impossible. You want to go to your lawyer, they charge $1,500 for GST. But we bring together our platforms which can be self-made, where you can do all the process of registering your business, at the same time, like, building no-code solutions, understanding about product management, UI UX, components that go into building a landing page on different communities across the world where you can launch, promote, get your initial customers, MVP, launchers, at the same time beta testers. We've been trusted by Fishburners, New South Wales, on startup groups and in Victoria as well. We're in conversation with few governments on local government areas in both in Victoria and South Australia as well. We are also a formal partner of Silicon Beach Australia. So if you buy us through their website, it is supporting both the organizations. We only wanted to do something, we wanted to encourage everybody to get out of their comfort zone. Start with a side project at least, because a side hustle will become a startup will become learning, under learning, lifelong learning will get to build a unicorn. Australia needs more entrepreneurs rather than people who talk about. We want more doers than talkers. That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you so much, Gotham. And yes, definitely, talking is easy, doing is so much harder. I talked for a long time before I did. And yeah, check out the special offer. I think tomorrow you even give another 50% off.
Yeah, you can use the code BLKFRI50 to get further 50% off. We are so ambitious, we did apply for a Guinness World Record. We're waiting for it to come through.
And
we're that big.
And if you want to get the Silicon Beach discount, please talk to us. We can get you signed up right now on a computer later on. We have two more speakers. We have Michael waiting here. Second will be you. Still everyone good? Do we need a break? Toilet break? Getting drinks? Everyone good? 5 minutes break? Really? No. No. Michael's next. Then we have Andrew, and we can get that. Constantine, number 3. Michael. Applause for Michael.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Silicon Beach Australia, for a great evening. My project is called PetFi, and what we aim to do is give pets their own crypto wallet and NFT. So the crypto wallet, you can put funds on and it will slowly grow over time, so when there's surgery, pension, or it's lost and abandoned, the funds are on the animal, ready to go for vets or agencies to access the money. You'll have an NFT which will hold all of the data, such as birth certificates and medical records, vaccine details and so forth. And you can also have an artist make a rendition of your pet through our platform for the face of the NFT. There will be an adoption centre within our platform, so adoption agencies can come and list their pets on the platform so you can find your next furry friend. There will also be a welfare crowdfunding section, so if you're passionate about dolphins getting caught in nets and Greenpeace have a cause going on, you can list it on the platform. If other people like it, they can back that cause as well, and the money goes over to the agency. Then there's the metaverse. The metaverse is where we are going to take a 3D render of your pet, try to grab as many characteristics of your pet. If it's fat and lazy or runs around with a toy or barks a lot, we'll bring those into the metaverse where you can play and earn. Similar to the good old Tamagotchis where you could put them to sleep, play with them, feed them. The only difference is these won't die because they actually represent a real animal, and that'll be quite scary. So that is basically the nutshell. If you don't have a pet, you can still come to the platform. You'll be faced with a list of virtual pets. You can pick one of those, play your own on the platform. You can go into the battle pets. You can have your turtle fighting with missiles against a rabbit that's got samurai swords. And if you don't have your pet, you get your virtual pet, but that virtual pet will actually represent a real pet in an adoption agency. So a small fraction of what the virtual pet earns will go to the real pet for the agency to use to fund keep them alive. That's Petfly.
And there were two more. Was it Andrew? Andrew. Applause for Andrew, please.
I've noticed you.
Hey everyone,
Yeah,
I'm here to show you my meme token. Sorry, blockchain joke. No, seriously, my name's Andrew Gamble. I work at a company called Zipnex. We are a digital asset exchange. So basically you can join our platform and buy, hold, sell digital assets, fiat, on-ramp, off-ramp. We've just launched in Australia in the past 3 months. So I'm not looking for anything, just looking to get the word out so you can hear about us. We're called Zipmex, ZIPMEX. A few things that make our platform a bit different from the hundreds of others out there is that we have a US $100 million insurance policy on all funds against hacks and any other bad acts that could happen to your funds. And we've invested a lot of money into building secure cold storage wallets. The second part that makes our exchange exciting is that there's a lot out there who are ripping customers off with spreads and fees. So we have very low fees, and spreads are the ones that are hidden and you can't see, but go on to some of them around and look at the difference between the bid-ask price, and you'll be shocked at how big it is on some of them. So look, just looking to get the word out. It's my first time here at one of these meetups. Thanks for having me, and I won't take up any more of your time.
Thank you, Andrew. 1 second. Get ready. This is an awesome event. I love it that everyone is getting on stage and sharing their startups, their ideas. We will have this more often next year in different scales, but if you would like to connect with fellow co-founders on a regular basis, we do have a clubhouse room every Thursday morning. So tomorrow morning, 7:55 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, so you can join us there as well. And what is it called? Aussie Breakfast with Founders and Entrepreneurs. And it is with Startup Australia. The club is Startup Australia. So yeah, join us there, have a connect, make new friends from all of Australia, and yeah, see what happens. That's it. Our next speaker, Konstantin. Applause for Konstantin.
Now, I wasn't planning on getting up, but now I'm sufficiently drunk, so it's okay. Now, following up Andrew, I'm here to show you my shitcoin. So like, it's a non-safe for work shitcoin. Like, I work for a venture capital firm in San Francisco. I'm a senior ambassador for Moonbeam. If anyone's heard of that, has anyone heard of Moonbeam? Alright, so I'm the first senior ambassador for Moonbeam, so I know Derek Yu, I know everyone. I'm like in the admin chat, so like, you know, if you need any hookups, I'm here. I'll hook you up with Moonbeam, I'll get you on there. But yeah, non-safe for work, block your ears if you don't want to hear it. Okay, so like last year, I don't know if anyone heard that OnlyFans basically stopped their non-safe for work content, similar to how Tumblr blocked their non-safe for work content as well, because they didn't plan on having it as part of their platform, and now the same thing has happened with OnlyFans. But I think a decentralized option would be good, because, you know, as Rosa had told me anyway, but the fact that the decentralized application for it, and sex workers typically are in the forefront of like new technology. it would be good to have some sort of similar thing. So I devised a similar token. I talked to Amir from Spain Chain about having this Spain Chain. It's like one of the bigger, blockchains for the non-safe for work industry. Started up in 2017. Now it's an incubator for other projects. Because like Amir's made hundreds of millions from Spain Chain. So now I could go into detail about that, but I'd rather not. Yeah. But anyway, so this is like a OnlyFans version of the decentralized blockchain. It works with NFTs. You stake your tokens to content creators. It gets like a random pull from like a gotcha system. So like you get a random pull from their thing, from like their whatever content they produce. So like you can get like whatever content they produce out of this gotcha. And that could also be like time with them or something like that. And then you burn your tokens as part of that system as well to like generate more tokens as part of the incentive structure. It's purely digital, all on the blockchain. Yes, I think my time's run out. But so OnlyFans, but on the blockchain, but with like the right tokenomics for it to actually be able to work.
There you go, Steve. Good stuff, Spank Chain. Have to Google now. Cool, we're not Googling yet. So we had 20 pitchers around on stage. That is pretty amazing. So big applause to all of you. Thank you so much. Normally we have a hard time to get 20 on stage on a regular pitch night, so that was pretty amazing. We're going to go into the Christmas break around here, so we will not have a regular virtual pitch night after the 2nd of December, but if you want to join us there, you're most welcome to register through our website and get onto our virtual stage at the 2nd of December and pitch to all of Australia. And we might repurpose some of your pitches from tonight to actually fill the Christmas gap and spread the word about the awesome work that all of you are doing. I think that's it from me for tonight. If we do not have a last one who wants to get on stage? No? We're done. Mickey! One more. Last one. Applause for Mickey.
Right, so I do not intend to be speaking today. My name is Mickey. I'm in the process of moving from working for a big tech company to becoming a farmer. And I'm the founder of Equilibrium, and we are an input supplier, or really an impact supplier for gear, but also for knowledge to farming communities in Southeast Asia that grow seaweed. So we think we can get them from just below the notch where they can use technology to just above. We sell them infrastructure, training. We've actually partnered with them in a revenue sharing model. We have our first customer. We're running around like crazy trying to raise money. And where this goes into blockchain is when this succeeds, when they have fields of our stuff that covers the water, that made out of floats and grid under the floats and kelp growing on it, or seaweed. There's going to be a lot of plastic there, and there's going to be a lot of seaweed coming out that goes into an entire buyer network. And one of the things we've been scratching our heads thinking about was, can we use blockchain to track both what pieces of plastic get manufactured and put on the water to help them grow the crop, and also where the product that they produce goes, so we can ensure where it came from and basically connect quality to buyers and get the buyers actually knowing where the good quality stuff is coming from. This is still a very nascent thing. We still have to get the whole thing off the ground. Ask there's anybody really into both social impact but making a ton of money, come talk to me. Yes. And also, if you're an investor looking to invest in AgTech, come talk to me, or I'll come talk to you. And yeah, and if you have any ideas about how to productize, not productize, but take supply chain, take tokenizing what happens, where things get produced, where they go, where they get accepted, and how to help startups work with that. If anybody wants to partner in that space, come talk to me. That's my time, I think. Thank you, David, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mickey. And I would say that's a wrap. Come on. More people? Do we want to have 2 more on stage?
Yes.
Yes?
Here, Ron.
Cool. So, you go first, you're second? Yes. What is your name?
Adam.
Welcome, Adam. Applause for Adam, please.
Hello, everyone. This is my first time to be in the middle. I graduated from University of New South Wales, and now I'm the co-founder of an NFT project called DNFT. It's already listed in 3 exchanges, and you can find it on CoinMarketCap. And we are in NFT marketplace, and also our first stage we just finished, and we're gonna launch our mainnet in this month or early next month, and probably next year we'll do the cross-chain infrastructure. And so at the moment we are really happy to make friends with all of you guys if you're interested in NFT. And if you are an NFT artist, feel free to chat with me. Thank you.
Thank you. And Andrew, please. Applause for Andrew.
Yeah. What if I told you there were medicines just sitting on this shelf, that there were therapies and drugs that were not prescribed, that never went through clinical trials, and patients never got the benefit from them because the patient system disincentivizes Big Pharma from running these expensive trials. Anyway, I'm the CTO of Crowdfunded Cures. I'm also the CEO of Domain Defender, and I'm the Director of Engineering at Coin Payments, a crypto payments provider. Anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about Crowdfunded Cures, and I also want to get your help in hiring some blockchain devs because they are really, really hard to hire, right? So Crowdfunded Cures is a New Zealand-based entity. We're partnered with VitaDAO, which are the longevity guys over in the US, and we are looking to basically provide a blockchain mechanism for avoiding the problems of patents so that we can bring drugs to the market in multiple countries. It's kind of complicated, but there's a few different ways to invest through NFTs, and I'd love to tell you about it. That's pretty much it. Also, please help me hire some blockchain devs. Thank you.
Thank you. So, now we're calling it a night. Everyone's happy with that? Awesome. One last thing. We have new partners coming onto the platform on Silicon Beach soon. So if you're about to find a new car insurance, we might have a pay-as-you-drive offer for you. That is quite interesting. So it will be online in January. Check out the website. There will be more specials for the community coming up, and we would like to share all of them with you. Karen, some last words from your side? You can eat, drink, and be merry all the time. I didn't know that you were waiting for my clearance for that. So yeah, please go to the bar, have another drink, make some new friends, and have some more fun. See you soon again, and if I don't see you, Merry Christmas, Merry New Year.